Hello my dear students, I am your social science teacher. Today onwards we are going to start our social science classes. In social science subject you have 6 sessions. They are history, political science, sociology, geography, economics and business studies. First we will start with the history. First lesson, sources. Let us start the lesson. In this lesson, you have to learn about sources required to the study of history, types of sources of history, importance of the archaeological sources, importance of the inscriptions, importance of oral sources in history. First, let us see what is history. Already you learn in small classes under what is history. History is a systematic study of the past. History is written on the basis of sources. Hence, there is no sources, no history. Without sources, no history. Because we are getting all the informations through the sources. So, with the help of the sources only, we are constructing history. What is sources? If the things used by human beings in the past have remained, then they are called as the sources by historians. Example, agricultural tools left by the earlier people, forts, inscription, arms, temples and other religious buildings. Types of sources. The materials needed for the writing of history are the primary sources. These sources can be divided into two, literary sources and archaeological sources. Primary sources is divided into two, literary sources and archaeological sources. Literary sources again divided into written sources and written literature and oral literature. And written literature again divided into native literature and foreign literature. Here archaeological sources we can divide into inscriptions, coins, monuments and other ruins. First let us see written literature. Written literature is a main source of literary sources. Literature can bring the contemporary social life of the time of the writer alive to us. There are two types in written literature form, that is native literature and foreign literature. Native literature. The literature created by Indians in a native language is called as native literature. Literary works in Sanskrit, Prakrit, Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, Marathi, Kashmiri, Gujarati, Oriya and in many other native languages are the sources. Means regional languages, whatever works we are having, that is known as native literature. Some of the native literature sources are Kaudilya's Arthashastra, Hala's Saptasti, Vishakadatta's Mudra Rakshasa, Kalhana's Rajatarangini, Banabhatta's Harshacharita. These works portrays the contemporary social, religious, economic, cultural and political life of the people. From these all works we are getting the social, religious, economic, culture of information of that time. Now let us see foreign literature. Many foreigners who visited India as travelers, ambassadors, businessmen, officials and missionaries have recorded their observation and experience in their work. These works are considered as foreign literature. Example for foreign literature are Megasthenes Indica, Fahian's Go Ko Ki, Huyan Sang Siu Ki, Baba's Tuski Babari. Now drawbacks of literary sources. Exaggeration, hyperbole and loyalty to one master are apparent in native literature. In foreign literature, due to lack of local language knowledge, many misgivings are recorded. Oral literature. Oral literature means the folk story, folk songs, folk legends, ballads, and other that pass from one person to another by word or mouth. Ballads means a poem or song narrating story in a short. Since the beginning of human being are passing their experience in the form of stories, songs, and ballads orally from generation to generation. Oral literature. There are ballads on Kumararama, the Nayaka of Chitradurga, Kembe Gowda, Tippu Sultan, Sangoli Rayana, Kittur Chennamma, and many others. Like this ballads, small stories or song we can hear, that is ballads. Archaeological sources. Archaeological sources are divided into 4 types: inscription, coins, monuments, and other ruins. What is excavation? Archaeological sources are available not only on the surface of the earth but also hidden deep in the depth of the earth. The hidden things in the earth are dug out by using scientific method. This process is called as excavation. Now let us see inscriptions. Inscription means engraved writing. You can see the picture. Inscriptions are written on stone, rocks, metal, ivory, terracotta, and other metals that last longer. Inscriptions are more reliable as these have direct relationship with that events. Ashoka's inscription are the earliest inscriptions found in India. Thousands of inscriptions are found in Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, Sanskrit, Prakrit languages. Inscriptions reflect many political, social, cultural, economic, educational, religious aspect of the time. Here you can see Samudragupta's Allahabad pillar inscription. From there we are getting so many information about the Samudragupta's period. Himadi Pulikesi's Aihole inscription. Karavela's Hadikumba inscription and other inscriptions portray the military achievements of the rulers. Uttamameruru inscription narrate the rural administration of Chola king. Next one is coins. You can see the picture. Coins are helpful in understanding the geographical extent of the ruler's kingdom who minted the coins. They also aid us in knowing the language of administration, titles that the king possessed, their religion, economic conditions of the time, and metal technology in vogue of the particular kingdom. Monuments. Monuments are the major source to write history. Palaces, temples, forts, and pillars are the example for monuments. Here you can see Mehruri's iron pillar. Vijayapura's Golgumbas. Chittoor's Vijayastamba. Elephant's Caves. Ellora Caves. Ajanta Caves. These are the examples. Next one is other ruins. Based on the various pieces of terracotta, bangles, beads, and seals procured during the examination, one can understand the socio-cultural, economic, political, and religious life of the people. By applying carbon-14 dating procedure on the biological ruins, means dead animals and birds and trees found these sites, one can arrive at the accurate period of that. I hope you all are understood this lesson. Next class, I'll give you notes. Thank you, students.